And we're live.
We are. How was your Christmas, Milo?
It was really good.
Good.
It was really good. I had some kids come into town. My one and only granddaughter came to town.
And so being a grandpa is...
Pretty awesome at Christmas.
Hell yeah.
How was your Christmas?
Wonderful. Spent it with family. Didn't go on our trip. We usually go on a Christmas trip. We decided to hold off and wait till a little bit later in the spring, or a little bit later in the winter, early spring. So we just hung out with family and pretty low key. It was nice.
Pretty chill.
Yeah.
Telling you what, the older I get, the chiller I want them.
Good.
Hey, guess what our new national bird is, Cole?
I was always under the assumption we had a national bird.
So was I. But apparently, no, it's only been our national emblem. Just a slight oversight back in 1782. And go ahead and you got it pulled up there. What happened? Give us the senator, the congressman. What just happened? Cole, break it down.
On the a Senate bill was introduced just a little while ago from a senator in Minnesota to make the bald eagle our actual national bird. And President Joe Biden signed the bill into law on the 24th of December, 2024.
That's incredible.
We do now have
nothing like a little
bird.
Nothing like a little government oversight.
Right.
You know what? Let's take just a quick moment. I want to thank Chris Mader for already being in the chat section. The chat section is out of control. Thank you, Chris Mader.
He does. And he does say it's going to be midnight Eastern in Michigan when he starts watching these, but
we are really working on being earlier. I'll tell you. Yes. We had a whole different plan for tonight. I'll tell you. But we're excited because probably around next Thursday, we decided we had a special podcast tonight we were going to do. We had a guest we were going to bring on. We decided to wait until next week on that. So we will post that. We'll be able to promote that a little bit better. So more people will be able to tune in. And we're going to try to go earlier so it's not so late back east. So,
yes.
So thank you, everybody who's already popped in here. We appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. Hit the bell because we know you're going to subscribe, and hit the like button. Share this with your friends right now. That would really help us out. We are going to be doing this a lot, hopefully here in the future.
Yes.
So stick with us. We thought this story was interesting tonight, though, about the national bird, the bald eagle. We've all grown up thinking it's already our national bird. It's not our national bird.
It was our seal.
It's been our seal
since 1782, Continental Congress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there was even controversy in 1782 about the bald eagle being our national emblem.
Yeah.
So
yeah. That might end up coming up in our questions here, but if we bust those, I'll skip over them. So we whipped out 50 question and answer trivia style. You can try to, hey, look at that. We got Mama Jenks in there. We got Zachary Harrell watching from Texas. Howdy, Zach. And and my wife. Hey, April's in there.
Cool. Hey, April.
So, okay, we're going to start this off. And what I love about this is Cole is our resident expert on all things bird. He knows everything. So
now the pressure's on. Damn, dude, come on. Yeah, Andy Jones. I heard Ben Franklin was a big fan of the turkey before we decided on the bald eagle. Yes. The bald eagle, or the turkey, was Benjamin Franklin's pick because the eagle expressed poor moral character.
Look at that. Look at that new little feature we got.
I saw that.
Huh?
That's pretty cool. So yes, Benjamin Franklin didn't think that the eagle had moral character. It's a predator. I mean, it hunts its prey. It's opportunistic at times.
And that's interesting that he was about moral something, because I mean,
Benjamin Franklin. We could have a whole podcast about the founders
thing on Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
All right. That one's next week. We'll do that next week. Hey, Andre Solomon's checking in from Minnesota. Watch this. Bam. There he is. Little highlighted comment.
That is cool.
Okay. That's a cool. All right. I'll quit abusing that.
So
right.
we do have super chats, right?
We do have super chats. So hey, tonight you're getting a freebie, and then after this, we don't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to pay for this studio some way. So we appreciate any super chats that just happen to come on in. We appreciate the support. That's what it's going to go for, is to pay for this studio here at the Uncle Sam's complex in downtown Columbus, Montana.
On the south side.
On the south side. Okay. Question number 1 for you, Cole.
Okay.
What is the scientific name for the bald eagle?
I can't pronounce it.
Anything remotely close, or even the same number of syllables?
It's have an H in it somewhere. I know it has an H in there.
The first word.
Yes.
Starts.
Hikesarop. Yeah, dude. I can't even pronounce it, man.
You can participate in the chat section. Go ahead and throw your comments in there.
Yeah. They're gonna be looking it up on the Google machine right off the bat.
Though. I know. I was kind of looking around to see if you were cheating.
No, I'm not gonna cheat over here. But I know it started with an H. I mean, you got to give me that. You did
get that, so we're going to give you that one. Yeah. All right. It is, I cannot pronounce it. It is Haliaeetus leosocephalus. Okay.
Sure enough.
All right. I don't know how to pronounce that, like remotely. Okay.
Yeah.
Chris Mater. Took him long enough to figure out how to do regular chats. Well, now you're going to get super, Chris. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 of 50.
Okay.
Why is the bald eagle called bald when it isn't actually bald?
Because of the white feathers on its head.
Yep. And we're gonna give you that one. It goes a little bit English, something about Old English term. The term bald comes from an Old English word meaning white. So I don't know.
So never mind.
Well,
I was gonna say I'm white, but I am.
Hey,
but I'm also bald,
and I'm pretty bald. So
yeah. But yes, the bald eagle, its feathers are white on its head and upper neck. Hence, I would assume the Old English word bald represented the white feathers on its head. So I was right.
You were right.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you that one.
All right.
There's been a really big uptick in bald eagle sightings around here.
Well, in the winter there's a large congregation of.
But I've gone years without seeing any, and it seems like this year, I've seen probably 5 or 6 just around my house.
Yeah. No,
I have a picture of one in my yard.
Yeah. So 2 days ago, Christmas Eve day, I was working and was checking the fishing accesses, and just at the second fishing access south of town here, Swinging Bridge, there was 4 that were fishing along the Stillwater there. 2 of them were all 4 of them were completely fledged. They were no longer, I would say, juvenile. They all had the white and the black and the brown. So they were adults. I would assume 2 of them were younger adults, just based on the size. And then the other 2 were mature bald eagles, and they were fishing, and they were getting angry at each other. So they were just talking back and forth. I did take a video of it. It was pretty cool to listen to them, but I think all total if I'm paying attention, I've probably seen a dozen bald eagles between Nye and Columbus on Christmas Eve. So
holy mackerel.
Yeah. If you're looking, they're out there quite a bit. We have a large population of bald eagles.
I'm not out there looking, man. And I've seen a lot. I feel like I've seen a lot, and I'm just driving between here and home. So yeah, that's amazing. Howdy to Justin Roberts out there.
That's FICO.
Who?
That's FICO, the bearded Viking.
Oh yeah, right. Hey, JT, that's our guy.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
He is a falconer.
That's right.
So he might know more of these than I even would. I mean, you can't falcon with a bald eagle, but
yes, that's right. I forget.
He would know a lot of these.
Which, yeah, hopefully we get invited.
Yeah.
If you get invited, you better invite me. I feel like
I will.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the next one.
All right. Okay, this one's a gimme. In what year was the bald eagle adopted as the national emblem of the United States?
1782.
And if it hadn't been for tonight, would you have known that date?
I knew the Great Seal was made during the Continental Congresses. But I wouldn't have known the date for exact.
No, I would. Heck no. No.
Charlie something was his name.
All right.
I think Charles something.
All right. JT says we're invited, or I'm invited. Thank you. I want to go
Both of you.
falconing someday before I leave Montana and or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. That would be epic. All right. Okay, here we go. Number 4. What is the average wingspan of a bald eagle?
The average, I'm going to say they can get up to 7 foot on their wingspan, but I'm going to say average is 5.5 to 6 feet.
That's pretty incredible. I'm going to give you that one. You're 5 for you're 4 for 4 already. So that it's 5.9 to 7.5 feet, but
Is the average.
Is the average. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're right in there. Not too shabby, man.
No, I think 7 foot is a good bald eagle. I think they've gotten up to 9 foot wingspans on a ginormous one, but I would say,
boy.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5. How much can an adult bald eagle weigh?
Are we looking grams, ounces, pounds?
We're looking at pounds.
Average weight?
Yeah, average. And it's a pretty good range. So I'll be liberal.
4.5 to 11 pounds. JT says 7 to 10.
Ooh. Maybe that was on the wingspan? Because
he said 7 to 10 pounds.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, it shows up for me late over here.
Huh.
Why is it showing up for me late?
I don't know.
6 to 14 pounds.
So I was close.
You were pretty close.
JT might be a little closer on this one.
All right. We'll give it to you.
All right.
Number 6. What is the maximum lifespan of a bald eagle in the wild?
Wow.
Up to, and then how many years?
Maximum lifespan in the wild.
I'll give you a plus or minus 3.
Okay.
Plus
or minus 3. Plus or minus 2?
I'll give you a plus or minus 3 on the years.
Okay.
So that means you have a 6-year range.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking plus or minus.
Well, it doesn't really. I guess it's
T takes 3.
Not really a 6-year range. It's like
3 years. I'm going to say 11 to 14.
Man, you know what? We've got our first. We've got our first. Cole missed one.
I missed one. What is it? Wait, let's see. JT says maximum 19. Greg Miller says 27.
Ooh. Greg Miller comes in right there.
Really?
With. Oh, hey, how'd you like my drums there? How about this one? Here we go. 30 years.
30.
Up to 30 years.
Up to
So Greg
30.
Miller fell within the margin of error.
Damn. Good job, Greg.
Solid.
That's a long time. I honestly didn't think it was that long. Especially in the wild. I mean,
yeah.
They are pretty much an apex in the sky.
That's
but,
a big bird.
Yeah,
you know,
but there's so much things that can go.
And that many pounds, like
yeah.
flapping that up into the air. Like you think birds are more lightweight.
Yeah. I want to know how many birds in the wild have been aged at close to 30 years. That's what I want to know, because I don't think they live that long. I really don't.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Question number 7.
Okay.
How much sharper is a bald eagle's eyesight compared to a human's? So it's how many times sharper? I'll give you a plus or minus of 2. How many times sharper, everybody? I need some.
I'm sure you can download more sounds and stuff to the streaming app.
Can.
I'm going to say 5 times more.
And I gave you a plus or minus of 2?
Yep.
Up to 8 times sharper.
So I was in the margin of error.
You'd have to be at 6 to be at the margin of error.
What did I say?
You said 5.
Oh, I thought you gave me 3 years.
I said, nope. On that one, I gave 2.
Damn it.
Yep.
6 to 8 times.
We're going to need an instant replay because I'm going to forget what. I'm going to work on an instant replay.
Oh.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Number 8. All right. Here we go. This is a good one. Number 8.
Okay.
Do bald eagles mate for life?
Dude, so I know a lot of birds that do. I know
JT's like what? Only 8?
Downy woodpeckers mate for life. The small little woodpeckers that you see all over the place, the black and white ones, they mate for life unless one dies or something. I'm going to say yes. They're monogamous.
You would be correct. Yes. Your first answer about that other bird was correct. Same for eagles.
Yeah.
Generally, yes, though they will find new partners if one dies. So, man, you're solid, dude. It's kind of crazy.
So, but I mean, I photograph birds a lot.
I know you
and
do.
I spend a lot of time on behaviors to try to figure out how to get shots.
I know. We
got to know the stuff.
We have Cole Waltner of Chasing the Wild Outdoors in studio. That's why I'm like, you are our resident bird guy. My mom wants to know if you're going to do the big year.
I'd say,
we need more super chats and then we'll do the big year.
Well, so I've been thinking about doing a big year for the state of Montana.
Explain really quick what the big year is.
A big year in the birding community is spending a year trying to observe or hear as many bird species as possible. And there's different types of big year. You could do a big year in your town. You could do a big year in your county.
How do you log those?
So online, there's a pretty traditional way. It's called eBird, and you can log all the time every time you see a bird, you can make a mark, you can log it and then you put it on a website and log it. A lot of it's done on the honor system. There's hundreds of different apps that people use. Some people just write it down in a book still. There's really not it's not like a sport, so there's no like dedicated, like for me as a bird photographer, I don't count a species unless I actually see it. So just hearing it, I don't count those birds just because I hear it. Now,
I'm amazed that you can tell what it is
but I can't. And that's why personally for me, I chose not to record birds that I only hear, because what if I'm wrong? There's birds that mimic other birds all the time. European starlings, the iridescent ones that are black and purple and white with the yellow beaks that we have here all the time in Montana around our area, that fly in the big flocks of 100, 150. So they will mock other birds. So what if I don't see that, but I hear it? So maybe I'm looking for a Steller's jay. It's a blue and black jay. And I'm in an area where there's jays, but there might not be. It might be a damn starling mimicking it. Well, how is that fair to count that?
I think most people, I'm going to say 70%. I don't know. That's a high percentage. I'm going to say, I have nothing but respect for you that you'll take the honorable route of like not counting those. I think a lot of people just
but you can. So there's nothing that says you can't count birds that you hear.
Right, but I'm saying, what if you're wrong?
Exactly. Yeah. So I chose, when I started recording birds in like 2013, 2014, that I would not count a bird unless I actually saw it.
Okay.
And then I try my hardest to get a photograph, an ID photo. Now, there's a difference in my book of an ID photo and a photographic photo as a wildlife photographer.
What's the difference?
An ID photo is something I'm not going to show anybody. I might put it up on my website just to say, hey, I got a photograph of this bird.
But it wasn't under perfect conditions.
But it wasn't under conditions that I'd call it a 10% photo. Okay. A 10% wildlife photo for me. So that's how I record stuff. I have to see it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd never even heard of The Big Year until that movie came out, The Big Year.
It's based off of a book, actually. It actually happened.
Really?
Yeah. The book is the same name.
If you haven't seen that movie, it's actually pretty dang decent.
It's a damn awesome movie.
It is really good. I'm just saying, normally if you tell people, hey, it's a movie about bird watching, people are going to be like, okay, why should I be interested in that? It's got Jack Black, Steve Martin,
Owen Wilson.
Yeah. Well, those are the three main guys, right?
Yeah.
And it's really good.
It is a great movie.
It's a great movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What are we on? We are on number 9.
Okay.
Oof. This one's going to be a little bit oof. There's going to be some flexibility here with just how this question is. All right. Holy mackerel. What is notable about bald eagle nests? I've got weight and size.
They're huge. They can be huge. There's a picture of a game warden or a fish and wildlife guy sitting in one. And he's like 5'10", 5'11". So, wow. I mean, I'm assuming they can be 20, 30 feet across and I bet they could weigh up to 100 pounds.
Oof, you are light. You're light.
Am I light?
You're light.
Okay.
So you did get it that these things are huge. So that means we'll give it to you. But it says that they can weigh over 2,000 pounds and be 13 feet deep.
How many pounds?
2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds.
You got to figure a lot of that wood they're bringing up is waterlogged.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and I mean, if you've got a nest that's 13 feet deep,
yeah,
that's a lot of weight. Wow.
So I'm sure there's a question in there, but they use the same nest. They don't build a new one every year.
Number 10, where do bald eagles typically build their nests?
In trees.
Near
water.
Boom. I'll give you that one too. That's a good one. All right. Number 11? What is the primary diet of bald eagles?
Fish.
Boom. You got it. That was too easy. Also, number 12. How do bald eagles usually catch their fish?
They dive down and grab them with their talons.
Without getting wet.
Yep.
That's incredible. Okay. That's where my personal story comes in.
Okay.
So I did have one cool experience like that with an eagle. I was with my dad and my sister. I think I was about to be a freshman in high school. And I think my sister just graduated high school. Anyway, so we're up off of Vancouver Island, British Columbia, in kayaks, these 17-foot long sea kayaks back in like whenever that was, right? Like 1987.
Okay. I wasn't very old then.
87, 88, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're kayaking along. We're going along the shoreline. The shoreline there is just really rocky. I mean, the rocks just come down. There's no beaches. Anyway, going along. I'm out in front. We're paddling. And this bald eagle, we're like, oh, look, there's a bald eagle up in the tree. And right there above the water, those cliffs. We're just like, wow. So we're paddling along. We go underneath it. And then all of a sudden, that bald eagle dropped down right in front of my kayak. And I mean, really right in front of my kayak, and pulled out this monster fish. This thing's wiggling all over the place. And now it's turning to go back for its tree. And it turns toward me. It starts flapping. Its wings are hitting the water. And this thing, I don't know how close it came to me.
Yeah.
But I felt like ducking. And it dripped water from this salmon or whatever it was. It was huge. It dripped it all across me.
That is freaking cool.
It barely cleared me. And my dad is in the back. He's like, gosh, I wish I'd had my camera. That would have been a National Geographic shot, you know? Anyway, I was like, whoa. It was like really intense. It just happened really quick. That's my one and only good.
So there, Ron Hayes, he's been on the podcast. He's gone up to Alaska to photograph fishing eagles.
Wow.
I mean, there's so many of them up in Alaska. And they go out, they're out in the river, they're out in the ocean, and they're on a boat, and they're just coming in fishing. It's on my bucket list to do for sure. I want some really good bald eagle video and photos of them snagging fish.
Yeah, we went into this one little bay, and there was just a bunch of them. I mean, there was probably 15 or 20 of them of all ages. There was young ones. They are not pretty when they're young.
No.
And they don't sound real pretty either. And it was just a racket they were making, and they were down right by the shore on rocks right around the shore. And there was a ton of them. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Now it's a test.
Oh, great.
What term describes bald eagles stealing food from other birds?
Stealing food from other birds. It's not scavenging.
Hey, Mama Jenks is in the comment section. I got to tell you, that's my sister. She was in the kayak right behind me.
Oh, so
hey, did I tell that story accurately? Did I embellish at all? I would love to see. Here we go. Bing. She gets an honorary bing on screen in the chat. Yeah, that was an epic trip right there.
It's not scavenging, because scavenging would be finding already dead animals and stuff.
You got to think more like a cop.
Yeah. Thievery, robbery.
It's in that area. All right.
Poaching.
You're close. Here we go.
Okay.
Gonna give you want any more chances?
No, I'm good.
Okay. He's just like, eh.
I got this one wrong.
I got a sound for you.
I'm sure you did.
Okay. Kleptoparasitism.
Kleptoparasitism. That's a cool word. I didn't know that word. I ain't gonna lie. I always thought it was called robbing.
Dude, that's the next time you have to arrest somebody for that. I'd be like, dude, you're a kleptoparasite. Just call somebody that, all right?
I'm going to now. Kleptoparasite. How do you spell that, please? Joe.
KL.
Oh. Well, yeah, klepto. Yeah.
I don't know. I would have thought maybe C. I don't know.
Huh.
Oh. Anyway. Okay, number 14. How old are bald eagles when they get their white head and tail? That's a good question because they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not pretty when they're young.
No. I'm going to say.
Jill says absolute. I was absolutely correct. No embellishment there.
No embellishment.
It was that epic.
I want to say they're not until their 4th year until they get their white heads.
Wait.
Fourth year.
I got a sound for you.
Because I'm wrong. Yeah.
4 to 5 years old.
Yeah.
I got distracted by Chris. Chris says, as for their sound, I've heard the movies use a red-tailed hawk call. Hopefully I didn't ruin a question.
No.
Yeah. Hopefully, Chris, hopefully you didn't ruin one of our questions. That's good.
And I don't know if Shasta's watching, it's just my wife, but I call that out all the time because they use red-tailed hawk calls for everything in the sky in movies.
Like in the old Westerns and everything?
Yeah.
Is that a red-tailed hawk when they're out in the desert and there's like
Yes.
a rattlesnake in the dirt?
Okay. Yeah, that's a red-tailed hawk over. Yeah.
Okay.
But movies do it all the time because it's probably one of the most recognizable bird of prey calls. So that's why they use the red-tailed hawk.
Huh.
Yeah.
I would never be able to pick it. I mean, now I know. Now I'm gonna when I watch my Westerns.
But yes.
Okay, question number 15. Approximately how many feathers does a bald eagle have? Good question. Good question.
That one I have no idea on. I'm gonna say, is it over 1,000?
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you one. I'll give you another guess. I got distracted by Mr. Andy Jones over there. He's also heard about the red-tailed hawks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 12,000.
Ooh, a little high. And I didn't give you official over and under. That's my fault, but I'm just gonna say you're wrong. About 7,000.
Okay. 7,000 feathers.
Okay. Number 16. Huh. Do all bald eagles migrate?
No.
Is that it?
No, they do not. There are some resident bald eagles that stay in an area year round.
That's good. Yeah, I'll take that answer because it says no. Some stay year round where food is available, which is obvious, right? They got to stay where food is available. So, dude, you nailed it.
Okay.
All right. Number 17. What was the bald eagle's population status in the 1960s?
Endangered.
Near extinction due to bonus answer.
The DDT.
Man, you're good, dude. You are good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes. No.
Yeah, you nailed that.
I'm passing at least.
You are. Okay.
If some of my birds,
DDT and what is DDT? What do we know? What is that?
Wasn't that for killing coyotes and stuff like that?
It's a poison, right?
Yeah, for farmers and stuff.
And what happened was you explain it. You know what it did, right? It no, you're not jumping in there.
Oh,
DDT. What did DDT do to? Why did they become so on the endangered list or whatever, near extinction?
It would
DDT would do what? Bonus question.
I don't know.
It made the eggshells thin.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
Yeah, and I only know that because I was skim reading something earlier.
Shelby's in the room.
Mr. Shelby Burrows. Thank you for checking in, Mr. Burrows.
He'll probably know some of these too. I did know it made the eggs thin, but I was not on the same track as you. I started thinking about coyotes and wolves and lost my train of thought. But
I was supposed to post this onto Facebook for Shelby, and I was like, I totally didn't get it posted. I apologize, Shelby. Thank you for finding us.
He's one of our 18 loyal followers.
Yeah.
So
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. In what year were bald eagles removed from the endangered species list?
I know this. Damn it. I do know this.
All right, let's see what you guys got. It looks like we got some time. Go ahead and throw something in the comment section. What year?
I know this.
Answer it. But I'll know when it pops up here.
Right. I won't, because
What year, dude?
Was I alive? I was alive.
Oh, you were alive.
Yeah. I want to say it wasn't really too long ago.
Would you like to call a friend?
No, not yet. I'm going to remember this. 2006. No, 96. I swear there's a 6 in there. 89. I'm going to go with 96. 1996.
2007.
So my first answer was right. Didn't I say 2006? I was close. I said 2006.
96.
And then I changed it to 96. I said it had a 6 in there.
I didn't hear the 2006 part.
I'm pretty sure. Rewind it.
I wish
after
I
it's
had,
live.
I wish I had
after
rewind.
It's live. So I'm pretty sure I said
Shelby's
2006.
in here going 07.
That's because he looked it up on Google, Shelby. No.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I started off at 2006.
You might have.
And then went to 96.
I was over here checking out the comments section.
But I would have been wrong. It was 2007.
Yeah. And I didn't give you an over or a margin of error. Okay. Okay. What is the current threat? As if there's only one, but what is the number one current threat to bald eagles? I don't know if this one's like, we'll see.
I would, part of me thinks it might be loss of habitat due to overlogging, but they usually don't nest in those kind of trees that we use for lumber. So I wouldn't think it would be that. It might be the lack of fish in the rivers and the lakes and the oceans, but that doesn't make sense either. I don't know.
I think this one's debatable.
Is it? Well, let's find out because I don't.
Okay,
I'm gonna say. Oh, go ahead.
What are you gonna say? Were you gonna throw something else out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the agriculture community killing rodents and stuff like that, and then it's lack of food. Even though fish is their primary source of food, but I'm still say lack of food.
All right. The answer here, according to Grok, is lead poisoning from ingesting lead shot or bullets in carrion. Does that really? I mean, is there really lead? Are we really using lead?
Well, we have to use steel shot to hunt waterfowl.
Yeah,
but they're talking about like wounded deer, wounded elk.
Yeah, but even
wounded
then,
antelope.
Like,
but you wouldn't think it would be that much in the grand scheme of things. Now it could be lead in the water from.
What about like mercury in fish? Isn't that a thing? Like,
it is.
There's like mercury levels now, they say, in all fish.
So I'm curious, for those of you that are in the chat, what do you think is what was the question?
What is
the threat?
It says what is a current threat to bald eagles, but you can look that up. Is it lead poisoning for real, or what is the number one threat? It says a threat. I guess technically your answers all could have been a threat as well.
Could have been.
Okay.
But not, I just don't know.
We'll monitor the chat section.
I just don't know if lead poisoning would be a threat even. I mean, there can't be that many carrion animals that have been shot and wounded with lead bullets.
Yeah, that just seems a little odd to me.
Yeah. Andre says windmills. Windmills are destructive on birds in general, man. They are.
That is a good one.
And we have 2 new windmill farms in the north part of Stillwater County.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they don't even power energy here in Montana.
They
go to energy outside of.
Are you just trying to get us all riled up now? Is that what you're trying to do over there?
No. Craig Miller says drones. Drones are a threat. Maybe.
They're having to compete for airspace with drones and windmills now.
And aliens.
Yep.
Okay, next one.
Number 20. And this is the fun question, the fun bonus question. What does the call of a bald eagle sound like? Go ahead.
Make the call.
Yeah.
It sounds like caw.
Pretty good. I'm going to give you that one.
Okay.
A series of high-pitched whistles, not the scream often heard in movies.
No.
That sounded more whistly to me.
Yeah.
Okay, number 21.
Okay.
At what speed can a bald eagle dive when hunting? Up to
75 miles an hour.
You're pretty close. That's pretty dang close. Up to 100 miles per hour.
100. I just assumed for their size that they would be a little slower. What's one of the fastest birds?
JT, how fast can a falcon dive? If you're in here,
I think a peregrine can do 200.
Holy mackerel!
Yeah, I think a peregrine falcon. I think the peregrine falcon is the fastest diving bird of prey. And we have peregrine. I have pictures of peregrine falcons. I think JT has 2 of them that he falcons with.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was about to ask a dumb question, but I retracted it.
Okay.
I was like, how do you get past terminal velocity? But I guess because you're flapping ahead of time, right? And they're
Maybe.
and then they start to dive, right?
Yeah. Peregrine falcon should be the fastest animal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
Yeah.
Shelby's chiming in here with 90.
90.
Pretty close.
He was closer than I was. I said 75.
Too bad there's such a delay because I would like these things to pop up. Chris Mader pops in, says fastest animal, period.
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 22. How many eggs do bald eagles typically lay?
2.
It's a range.
2 to 5. You're going to give me a no on that one?
1 to 3 eggs.
Oh.
Because just 5 seemed excessive.
Okay.
All right. That's all I got for you.
All right.
Okay. Number 23. How long do bald eagle eggs take to incubate? It's days. How many days?
I'm trying to think of what I start seeing new chicks compared to now.
Ooh, Shelby was in there with 3 on the last one.
3 eggs?
Yeah.
Incubation period, I'm going to say...
I would have no clue on this or any of these.
90 days.
That is incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Delayed reaction.
Yeah.
Shelby would be also incorrect.
What is the answer of incubation for a bald eagle?
About 35 days.
Huh. Longer or quicker than I thought.
All right. Number 24. We are, well, no, we're not. When do bald eagle chicks start to fledge? Weeks.
Yeah.
In weeks. The answer is in weeks. So how many weeks in a range?
6 to 8 weeks.
Around 10 to 12 weeks. All right. Number 25.
Halfway.
We are halfway.
Man, I was doing really good for a while.
You were doing really solid.
I'm 0 for the last 3.
Yeah. Shelby comes in with a 22 on that last one. Okay, here we go. Number 25. Ooh, this is going to be, well, maybe this is, okay. What is the size of a bald eagle's territory during breeding season? How big is the area that he hangs out with?
During breeding season?
Yeah, just scoping chicks.
Square miles?
Yep.
Damn, that's a good question. Just trying to think.
I'm waiting to see what happens in the comment section.
What is the range during breeding season for a male bald eagle? 50 to 75 square. Why are you laughing at me?
Because it is 1 to 2 square miles.
Oh,
that was the only sound. I was trying to not overuse the other ones.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to
1 to 2 square miles.
I wasn't really mocking you. You've done really well.
I know. I'm still passing. Shelby said 30 miles. Huh. We were both way off. I would have thought it would have been way bigger because of the amount of bald eagle pairs.
Yeah.
1 to 2, huh?
1 to 2, man.
Damn.
Okay. Here we go. Number 26. How often do bald eagles undergo a complete molt?
How often do bald eagles do a complete molt? Well, there's at least 3 in their first 5 years because that's when they have the white. What was the question again?
I would just say on the average on like once they're an adult,
Once they're an adult?
Yeah. How often do bald eagles undergo a complete molt? What's a molt?
Where they lose all their feathers and replace them with new ones.
All right. I just was asking for everybody
Every
else out there.
24 months.
I know that because my wife has chickens that are
molt.
super important to her.
Yeah.
And I just got an education on molting the other day.
Yes. I'm going to say every 24 months.
Ooh, that would be incorrect.
Really? Damn it.
It is every year.
Really?
Every year they molt.
Huh.
Okay.
And I seriously thought it was a little longer than that. 18 to 24. Wow. Okay.
Number 27. Why can't bald eagles move their eyes in their sockets?
They weren't made that way.
I didn't know this one.
I guess I don't even see the question. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, so if they're basically what it's saying,
they have to move their heads. They can't just move their eyes.
Yeah, that's what it's saying. So we're gonna say this is a
yeah
answer. Their eyes are too large, so they must turn their head.
Yeah, they do.
Is that true?
Well, they see 8 times better than we do.
Yeah, it's big eyes, huh?
Yeah. Well, look at if you see my pictures.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at a bald eagle's eye. They are large.
All right. We were going to use one of Cole's pictures, one of his eagles that he has photographed as our thumbnail, but we didn't have it. We'll put it up there as a thumbnail afterwards on this for this video.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, here we go. Number 28. How can bald eagles sleep while standing?
How can they?
Yeah. How do they do that?
By gripping their talons around a tree branch.
I know that's kind of a weird question, right?
Yeah.
It says they stand on one leg with their head tucked into their back feathers. All right. Next. True. Okay. We won't linger on that. Okay. We kind of already went over this one, but I guess it's a question, right? We'll read it. Okay. Can bald eagles catch fish while flying?
Yes.
Yeah, we covered
because
that.
they try not to get wet.
They catch fish at low altitudes using their talons. All right, number 30. We're moving along. What do bald eagles symbolize in many Native American cultures?
Freedom and power.
I'll give that to you. Strength and courage.
Okay.
Those two were not even close, but we gave it to you. Number 31. How many tail feathers does an adult bald eagle have?
Ooh.
I'm going to try to give you think the Great Seal. Like, isn't there like, maybe that's not a good hint.
Maybe you're thinking of the stripes on the American flag.
No, I'm thinking about the symbolism on, I don't know. I think I saw the whole thing on the breakdown of the symbolism.
Yeah.
And then, never mind. That's probably a deep one.
How many tail feathers does a bald eagle have?
How many tail feathers? Let's go to the comment section. I'm checking there.
All right. How many?
I'm not seeing anything come in yet.
Do I have an over-under on this?
I'll give you an over-under of 2.
Damn.
It could be 2 above or 2 below.
Man, I don't know. That's a good one. Is it a big number?
It's not a big number.
11?
Big number. Oh, my goodness. 12. Holy mackerel. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 32. What is the estimated grip strength of a bald eagle's talons? Give it to me in PSI.
In PSI? I'm going to wait because if somebody listening in the comments can get this right, if somebody can get, no, because they can Google it. I don't know how we could do that. Never mind. I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
I just want to see if somebody can get it right. 250 PSI.
That's not actually bad.
Yeah.
That's way better than probably what I would have come up with.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a over under of 50. So you're within the margin of error barely at 300 to 400 PSI. Okay. So you're 250, you barely eked it out within the 50. Okay. Number 33, can bald eagles soar for hours without flapping, or do they need to flap?
I think they need to flap. No, they soar without flapping.
They use thermal updrafts. They can soar for hours without.
Most birds use thermal updrafts.
Apparently, they can do it for hours.
Okay, sure.
All right.
I'll take a negative, a wrong on that one.
Taking an L. 34. Are bald eagle feathers waterproof?
I'm going to say yes, they are.
You would be correct. Yes, allowing them to dive for fish without getting waterlogged.
Yeah, Shelby was right on. He had 350 psi.
That's incredible. Guy knows psi.
Yeah. What's the psi strength on one of his fencing tools when he's?
You know what, Chris? I could have just got that completely all off right there. You're probably right there with the 13 colonies. Can't remember what I was thinking about what they represented with, if they would have represented something with 12. So I probably got it all confused.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I got lost. Let's see here.
Somewhere in the 30s, 34, 35.
Okay. What happens? We already answered this one, so it's kind of a gimme. Number 35. What happens if one bald eagle of a mating pair dies?
They find another.
Bam.
In a 1 to 2 square mile radius during breeding season. I'm never going to forget that now.
I know. And yeah.
Because I thought it was so much bigger.
I know. It's actually, there's a ton of good info.
The weird things I nerd out on, right?
Right.
All right.
Number 36. Holy mackerel. How far can some bald eagles migrate?
Well, I'm sure they can migrate from...
It's a big number.
Yeah. 3,000 miles? No, farther than that?
1,000 miles.
Oh.
Well, it does say over 1,000 miles.
Over 1,000. So it could be up to 3. So you really can't. How do you judge that one?
Hey, you got me there.
You know? Okay.
All righty.
Although, what is somebody in chat, Shelby or Chris, look up what the farthest recorded migration for a bald eagle has been. I'm sure it's out there somewhere.
It doesn't have to be just Shelby. If somebody else can,
I said Shelby or somebody.
If you can beat Shelby to it, by all means. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Number 37. What kind of habitat do bald eagles prefer? We already kind of covered all this too, but
that's not even a fair question because you see bald eagles in every environment. You see them in cities.
That's true.
You know, so riparian with ample trees, food, and water.
I'm going to give it to you because this just says areas with large bodies of open water and forested areas for nesting. Yeah, that was a.
So would you consider Yellow or Stillwater Valley, where we see the big conflagration of eagles every year? Is that match that habitat?
No, not really. I mean, not really.
You know,
that's not like considered large open bodies of water.
So Big Lake, there's bald eagles out at Big Lake north of here. There's not a whole lot of trees out there.
Yeah, that's true.
Until you get over to like Painted Robe and the rocks and the cliffs over there.
I need to go spend more time out at Big Lake.
Yes.
I wish it would freeze so we'd go ice skating over there, but it's like nothing's freezing.
This winter sucks so far.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Number 38. What was the original range of the bald eagle? Where was it? Yeah. Where was it originally found? Chris Mater, thank you so much. Well, that's our very first super chat right there. Dun, 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 and it even gave us a little chimey noise.
Yes.
Chris Mater, thank you. You just made Big Fat Podcast history. Thank you for your support. We appreciate it. Thank you, more than you know.
Yeah.
Like I can't even tell you how much. Can't even tell you. But thank you so much.
Yes.
That was fun,
sir. That was cool. We do appreciate it.
And he even mentioned. Oh, there we go. Look at this. Sam Eagle was in the UK for Muppet Christmas Carol. I love the Muppets, man. We just been talking about it for days. Well, not for days. One day ago, we were talking about John Denver and the Muppets at Christmas together. When I was a kid, that was like our favorite. That was my favorite little Christmas thing. But anyway, that eagle on the Muppets, I remember that guy.
There happens to be a comment about my 3,000 miles. Would you please put it up for the masses?
Would I put it? Okay. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Shasta.
I'm still over here
looking that up.
Glowing about our
first super chat.
Okay, but hey, we're glowing here because this is the first check-in from Cole's wife.
Yes, my wife. First comment from it.
Bam, on screen. 1987, an American bald eagle flew 3,000 miles across the Atlantic to Ireland. It arrived starving and exhausted. After fattening it back up and identifying the bird as American, the Irish sent it back. They don't even put up with illegal immigration. That is illegal immigration.
Right.
And they were like, take your sorry ass back.
We don't want you.
Said, something like that.
So 3,000.
That's incredible.
Now, part of the reason Franklin wasn't too keen, another reason he wasn't too keen on the bald eagle, though, is because it wasn't considered native. So I'm going to say that like the original area for the bald eagle was Europe.
Huh. Well, nope. It says North America.
Oh, okay. Well,
and
I'm
I didn't
wrong
even
on
have
that.
time to grab the horn and go,
That's fine. Whatever.
All right.
Well, why would it be? Never mind. Old English.
It
Whatever.
just says across North America. So I don't think there was bald eagles in Europe.
Okay. I was completely wrong on that.
Isn't that kind of weird?
There had to be, because one flew 3,000 miles to Ireland.
Well, one did show up, but it wasn't its normal range, like area. That thing got lost. How'd that thing get over there?
Dude, birds get lost all the time.
Man,
you know.
That was crazy. 3,000 miles to Ireland.
Right. We're going to look this up. Damn it. I can't believe I got a couple of these wrong.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Number 39. Number 39. Where do bald eagles often congregate in winter?
Where do they congregate in winter?
This is kind of a bogus one too. It's up for interp. No, it's not really up for interp, but give me your best stab.
In treat areas near open water.
Areas where food is abundant, like near fish processing plants or ice-free rivers.
Yeah. You're okay. You're right. I was way off on the Europe thing. I don't know where I was going with that one. North America.
Did you Google that?
Yes, I did. North America and northern Mexico.
Huh. Northern Mexico.
Northern Mexico.
Wow, okay.
Up to Alaska.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing bald eagles. So I went down to the Texas, Arizona, and Mexico border on a bird photography trip, and like it's a big deal to see bald eagles. Like people were super excited to see bald eagles.
I'm super excited when I see them.
So
oh yeah, I mean coming from Southern Nevada, like we didn't see bald eagles. Like that was you just didn't see those. There was times when I was a kid, we went up to the Northwest and you'd see them. It was like a real big deal, and we saw that. Okay, so okay, here we go. Number 40. Oh, this is a gimme. We already covered this one, but in case somebody tuned in late, how did DDT affect bald eagles?
By making their eggshells thin.
Yep, reducing reproductive success.
Yep.
Number 41. What were the key methods in the recovery of bald eagle populations?
Not using DDT.
That's not a part of this answer.
Well, isn't it obvious?
Cut back on DDT.
Cut back on DDT.
They actually got involved. They got proactive here.
Oh, I'm sure they did. They probably had nesting areas and built nesting areas for them if they could. Had I don't know,
captive breeding and reintroduction programs.
Okay.
I don't know, man. They get controlling.
Yeah.
Number 42. We're down to what? 8 questions.
8 questions.
Okay. We should have kept track.
Well,
should have just kept track of what you got and didn't get here.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Maybe I'll go through them later in the replay. Okay. Somebody keeping track on how many Cole's gotten right or wrong here? Okay. All right. Chris says they've been seeing some in southern Michigan for the last 10 years or so. Before that, they never saw them. That's crazy. Okay. Here we go. Number 42. What does the bald eagle symbolize in the U.S. military insignia?
Freedom.
You got one of them.
Freedom and being patriotic.
I'm going to give you a pass on that, but that's not it. I'm going to give you one more chance. There's freedom. 2 words. You got one.
Freedom and what?
What?
Freedom and it's 2 words?
2 words. There's something else that an eagle symbolizes beyond freedom. Oof, you're gonna kick yourself. If
Am
you
I
don't.
going to? It's
Yeah.
probably like ultimate strength or
Bam, strength. I wasn't gonna
Oh.
let you keep going. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man. Oh, here we go.
Strength.
Okay,
Strength's not
strength
two
and
words.
Strength and freedom.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, all right. Number 43. When does the bald eagle breeding season generally start?
And the breeding season usually start.
Yep.
February.
I'm going to give it to you. Late winter or early spring? That's February.
Yeah, it is.
You nailed it, dude. That was really good. I hand it to you. Okay.
Well, you figure incubation's 35 days.
Yeah.
38
Look
days.
at you rattling that out now.
Well, I mean, I know when I see
I know
when I see chicks.
But this thing is like sticking. Like I'm saying all this information, you're like rattling it back off. Like I probably couldn't have even answered that.
Oh.
But it's sticking.
Yeah.
Okay. What is symbolizing in the context of bald eagles?
Symbolizing? Probably stronger chicks killing the younger chicks for
You nailed
dominance.
it. You nailed it. When older chicks kill their siblings through, though less common now. Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of weird. It says it's less common now.
Weird.
Okay. Shelby was in there with power, but that would be strength. Okay. All right, here we go. Number 45.
Okay.
On which U.S. coins can you find the bald eagle?
Oh shit.
I'll give you one hint. 3 of them.
3 of them. On the coins?
Yeah, there's 3.
50-cent piece.
Okay. That's one.
I'm trying to think now, man. 50-cent piece. They're all coins.
Yep. On which U.S. coins can you find the bald eagle?
Not on quarters. 50-cent pieces. Silver dollars. No, silver dollars is not. 50-cent pieces. The quarters before they did all the states. Isn't it? Remember when they started redoing the quarters, they put the states stuff on them?
Is that your final
I'm going to
answer?
say quarters. And man, what would be the third one? Silver dollars.
Bam! Look at you, man. All right. That was a good one.
Was it?
Yep, that was a good one.
Okay. That was tough. Oh, look. Chris Mater, pre-97, 98 quarter. So 97, 98, is that when they started making quarters with the states stuff on the back?
Ah, shoot, I'm not sure.
Oh,
I don't even know.
so.
I didn't know there was a difference in the years. I thought they were still putting them on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe the new quarters, yeah. Maybe we're not seeing those on there.
Well,
because
there's a whole bunch of quarters they put all, because you could collect them. They had something from all 50 states.
Right.
I think we had a buffalo skull on ours.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
But I got it.
All right. Okay, number 46. What are bald eagle wings designed for?
Flying and soaring.
You know what? You had the main big word there was soaring. Okay. Soaring with broad, long wings. They like to soar.
Okay.
Who knows? I guess there are different, different birds have different styles, right? They're not hummingbirds are not, they don't soar, right?
They're the only bird that can fly backwards.
That's incredible that you knew that. To me, it is. I'm like, what?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Number 47. Where do bald eagles typically roost? I think we've covered this like 4 times.
They
roost though. Ooh, this is kind of, there's a little extra. There's extra in here.
Roost?
Mm-hmm. What type of habitat? Or what type of terrain? Well, I might have just given it away.
Terrain? Mountainous terrain? I'm going to say they got to roost like near water.
Okay. I'm going to let you keep going because that's not enough.
Forest.
Okay, you got one word. Well, kind of. Large trees or on cliffs?
I didn't know they roost on cliffs.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I want to know if I don't know if I've ever seen an
often
eagle.
returning to the same spot to roost.
Huh.
So
I'm gonna have to look for this because I don't think I've ever seen an eagle on a bald
cliff?
eagle on a cliff.
Somebody try to Google that. Throw that in the
Yeah.
I don't know if they can't throw an image. So can you find an image though? Somebody tell me.
Yeah, because I don't think I've never seen that. I've seen them roost in trees.
Okay, I think we have kind of already covered this.
Shelby says cliffs.
Why do they show up faster for you than for me? That's so weird.
Because I'm watching YouTube and the stream service.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So, I don't know.
I'm like, why am I always behind over here? Like, how are you seeing these? You're seeing my screen. Okay. We kind of already covered this one. At what age do bald eagles reach sexual maturity?
4 to 5.
Bam, you got it. Number 49. This is kind of the last question because the actual other last question is kind of lame. Okay. Yeah, this is basically the last question because the last question is lame. All right. Okay. Number 49.
All right.
What is included in bald eagle courtship displays?
They hook onto feet. Their feet hook onto they just fall from the sky.
Are the feet?
Pretty sure it's like they grab on their talons.
There we go. I was getting technical. On you there.
Yes.
Aerial displays with locking talons and tumbling.
And I've tried so hard to get that in February when they're breeding. And I've seen it, but I've never. So it's like one of those, I'm on it with my camera, and they're not doing it. And I'm like, oh, they're getting close. And then they don't. And then I put my camera down and then they do it.
Oh, yeah. It's because you're watching, man. You're like stressing them out.
But it is a pretty cool thing to see, regardless. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I have not. I mean, I've seen it on video, but I haven't seen it.
I've seen it.
Where did you see it?
Here.
Where were you? Like, where here? Like Big Lake?
No, I was down. The first time I saw it was
how far do they fall? Like,
it's a long ways.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I don't know how far.
That's another good question.
Yeah. I want to say I was over by, it was in between Zorky and Dean. It's the first time I saw it over there.
Really?
Yeah. Fiddler Creek. I was driving Fiddler Creek and saw it. But the first time I saw it with a camera, I was out north.
Huh.
And but I didn't get it. I haven't got it with a camera yet.
Yeah, I don't even know where I would. I mean, I wouldn't even know where to go find where these things are going to happen. Are you just lucked, or you just, or is there you kind of know that they're in these areas?
I know they're in the areas during breeding times.
Okay.
And so I mean, you're always looking, but I mean, they're not gonna. I don't think they're breeding in the same spot. So because they breed with the same mate unless one dies. So I mean, once you find out, where they're at, then you can kind of be in the general area. But I've never got it. I've never captured it with my camera yet.
Do you want to hear the lame last question?
Yeah, but it won't count.
It won't count.
Okay.
How is the bald eagle commonly depicted in American culture?
In power and strength, or on our great seal.
See, it's kind of like, what are you getting at? Like, what are you trying to go for here? In countless artworks like paintings and sculptures, it's just, come on. That was kind of a lame
Shelby says, look for crap on the cliffs, but that's the same thing for peregrine falcons and I think rough-legged hawks. So how are we going to know if it's a bald eagle or not? I'm not saying they don't. I've just never seen it, but I know like peregrines, you find a whole bunch of white shit on the wall or on the cliffside. A lot of times a peregrine falcon could be a rough-legged hawk. Could be a bald eagle, I guess. So,
well, I would say overall, I'm going to go ahead and say that you passed with a 78%.
Yeah, they got more than I didn't.
I think you got more than you did.
Oh yeah.
And whatever you did get, I was like, wow, I was pretty dang impressed how much you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive. Your birds.
Well, there's over 400 species in Montana of birds.
That's incredible.
So you got to know a little bit about all of them.
Yeah.
I'm not there yet. I think I'm close to half. I've seen and photographed close to half the species in Montana.
Wow.
What's our state bird? Put you on the spot for a minute. It's not the bald eagle.
It's the mountain bluebird.
No, that's Idaho's.
No, stop. Oh, wait, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Don't look in the comments because somebody will put it up. Come on, you can figure this out. We're not the only state that has this as our state bird, though.
The mountain meadowlark.
No, it's not mountain.
It's a
western
meadowlark.
Western meadowlark.
I only know that, I gotta admit, because one time I was doing a video and I was putting sound effects into the video, and you brought up how like they'll put the wrong bird sounds. You'll be like some Amazon bird. And so I was like, well, what should I put in this video? And you were like, Western meadowlark. And that's stuck in my head.
Yeah. It is the Western meadowlark.
Ah.
And I'm contentious on it because I don't think it should be our state bird.
What do you think should be?
The black-billed magpie.
Really?
Yes.
Why is that? And why are you the only person I've ever heard of who has an opinion on this?
I am not the only person that has an opinion on this.
that I ever heard of. I haven't heard of anybody be like, our bird is the wrong one.
Well, because for one, it's a migratory bird.
Okay.
Okay. Very rarely is there. I mean, there are sightings year round for the Western meadowlark. Very few and far between in the state of Montana. Black-billed magpies are here year round. You see them. I mean, I can count 30 of them between here and Absaroka on any given day. Wow. And they're a cool bird. They're super smart. But they're here all the time.
And they're the ones that are kind of medium sized,
black and white
with
the long tail.
Huh.
Yeah, you usually see them. They're always with
I don't think April's a big fan of those. I don't know.
They're a scavenger bird.
Oh, okay. I can't remember what she said about them the other day because she always points them out to me and I'm always like, what is that? Yeah. She always reminds me because I keep asking.
Yeah, they're a scavenger bird for sure. But I don't know. Multiple states have the meadowlark as their state bird. I think like Kentucky has one. Kentucky has it. Maine has it. Eastern. So there's a Western and an Eastern meadowlark. The only way to tell the difference for the most part is their call. And now they've made it a third one. But it's from down like Mexico, Southwest United States. They've made the meadowlark a subspecies down there. So there's a third meadowlark now, subspecies of the meadowlark, Western, Eastern, and this one down south. That just happened a couple of years ago. But multiple states have the meadowlark as their state bird. It's a cool bird. It makes a cool sound.
Yeah.
But they're not here year round like the magpie.
Huh.
I don't know. I
wouldn't have known that.
I think the magpie should be our state bird.
Hey, I'll vote for it. Let's get it up to
Helena. State. Go talk to Forrest and have him.
Let's go talk. Let's get him in here.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. A little movement here.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'm in the majority on that or not.
Hey, we can make it the majority. People just need to know. And they'll do it.
Because we have such influence from the Big Fat Podcast.
Heck yeah, we do. Now. We have an incredible following.
We do.
Thank you everybody for tuning in tonight with us for the Big Fat Podcast and letting me watch me go ahead and just grill Cole on what he knows about eagles. And I learned a lot, actually. Thank you, Cole, for putting up with that.
It was fun.
It was fun.
Maybe we'll do lighthearted ones like this every so often.
Yeah.
You know,
they're better than the heavy ones. We did some heavy ones.
Yeah, we have.
So,
and huge shout out to Chris for our first super chat.
And
yes, that was so cool, man.
You know what? Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Hopefully it starts a huge wave. You were the first. You were the beginning. We'll always remember that.
Yes, so we will.
Thank you much.
Hope everybody had a good Christmas.
If you haven't already, hit the like button. Think about subscribing, and we'll do this again soon. Next, tentatively Thursday, we have a good live stream coming. That we'll live stream again before then, but we do have one coming, and we'll post it ahead of time.
It is.
So make sure you have the bell selected so you get notified.
All righty.
All right. Hey, thanks everybody. Be safe out there. Thank you, Cole.
You bet. Have a good night. We'll see you guys soon.